Today we are hosting vice-chancellors from 36 universities, 20 of them from the European Union Guild universities and 16 of them from the African Research Universities Alliance. We're talking about how do we mobilize funds collectively. We're talking about setting up clusters of excellence, focusing on research areas that are of importance for the African continent, but for the world globally. And how do we ensure that Africa's capacity is not only built and strengthened, but it's also kept on the continent for the good of the continent and the world.
And that then is an important frame to inform our vision.
This is about a shared commitment, not for the sake of funding, but it's about developing a shared vision together that can stand the test of time. And funding opportunities, they come and go, but in a way, what's really critical is to start from what we identify are the key needs that we need to address, and those needs will also change over time. Which does not mean that we ignore the funding, but it's about the end and articulating clearly what are the means to the end.
A lot is about trust and to get to know each other and to understand each other, and then based on that create equitable corporations for long term, and that's so important, and it's been a very good start of the conference.
It is not at all intended that all the research will be done in Europe and then handed down to Africa. That's not the case. The African interest in the clusters is to ensure that within Africa, we can do research that is relevant and rigorous and globally competitive.
This is an amazing moment of possibility for the Guild universities and ARUA universities to collaborate and build something that's never been done before, to do something that's never been done before, because this is the only way we can actualize or implement or showcase what it looks like to decolonize knowledge, to make sure that knowledge is not just dominated by the West, that Africa's voice is heard, that we are contributing, the knowledge systems interact for the good of the continent and the world.
What I'm also enjoying really is not so much the European-African connections, but the African-African connections. I love it. I think many of us are very secluded, and reaching out and talking together, I'm looking forward to more connections between us and stronger ties.
Collaborations between universities is hugely important because, as one university, it doesn't matter how excellent you are, you cannot show up your strength as you can on your own. When you work with others, it's like you bring other strengths that enable you to do things that you wouldn't be able to do on your own, or achieving much bigger than you'd have achieved on your own.